Am I the a-hole for sleeping naked on top of the covers to teach my roommate's girlfriend a lesson? So I, 21 guy, live with my childhood best friend, 22 also guy. We've been roommates for 2 years now. Up until last week, things were perfect between us. However, he recently got a new girlfriend, 23 lady, and she honestly seems absolutely great except for one thing. She seemingly has a complete aversion to knocking. She and I have quite a lot in common, and actually I love spending time with her. However, it bugs the hell out of me when she just barges into my room without knocking first. Now, she's never walked in on me doing anything embarrassing. I'm usually just chilling on my bed or studying at my desk. However, on at least 7 separate occasions now, she's done it first thing in the morning to ask if I want coffee. I sleep naked, so every time prior to the last one, I've been under the covers and she hasn't seen anything. I always point out to her that she could have, and she just giggles and says, "But I didn't." When she stayed over last week, in order to make my point, I intentionally slept on top of the covers. Sure enough, she barges in at 7 a.m. and begins to ask if I want coffee and sees my you-know-what. She immediately backed out of the room and didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. My mate later pulled me aside and said that I was bang out of order, accused me of deliberately exposing myself, and pointed out that I had threatened to do it before. But I've never threatened to show her anything. I literally just said, "Okay, but what would happen if I had no covers on and you saw everything?" Now they're trying to tell others that I'm some sick creep who intentionally got naked and laid in wait of her because that's how I got my rocks off. And I guess I'm kind of seeing how it could come off that way, so am I the a-hole for doing this? Okay guys, so I've read this story before, but I've never said my opinion on it, and this one is just so freaking weird. I mean, I think it's weird that the girlfriend just keeps coming into his room without knocking on the door. Like, it seems to me like she wanted to see something. I just know that if I was the boyfriend, I would not be okay with that. I've had so many roommates in my life, and I swear if any of them ever just walked into my room without knocking on the door, I would be pissed. Okay, so the #1 comment on Reddit with 32,000 likes says, "Not the a-hole. She knew it was a risk when she barged in. How is she not the pervert? Also, have you considered getting a lock?" And yeah, I think that's a really good idea because if somebody's just gonna come walking into my room when I'm there, I can only imagine what they would do when I'm not there. So for this one, I do have to give OP a 3 out of 10 a-hole rating, only because he probably could have gotten a lock to solve the problem without exposing himself. I mean, if it bothered him that much, you would think that he would have just moved out by now. I kind of think that he wanted to show her. But as for the girlfriend that just keeps walking into the room, she gets a 9 out of 10 for me because that is so disrespectful. And honestly, she seems like a pervert to me. Lastly, her boyfriend gets a 7 out of 10 because how dare he come and get an attitude with his friend for doing that? He really should have had a problem with his girlfriend walking into his friend's room without knocking. So anyways, guys, you have to let me know in the comments what a-hole rating you would give these 3. Also, you have to see my newest mushroom. Okay, so guys, you know I don't work with neutral colors a lot. So for this one, I wanted to try something a little bit different than what I normally do. So I don't use my gold flakes enough, and I thought that the bottom of this came out super cute. The top is not exactly what I was going for, but I still think it has a nice earthy look. But now I'm stuck because I cannot figure out what color to paint the outlines on the lid. So let me know, for one, if you think this is just a complete fail, and then also let me know what colors I should use for the outlines. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, besties. You know I love you guys. Stay kind, stay amazing. Deuces.